yes, it's a business, but we want to grow based on the events that our people hold, on the workshops that go on in there, on the parties and events that go on the type of people that we invite, which is everybody, as long as our tenets of the organization, sex positive, kink friendly, and LGBTQ plus welcoming. That's what we're trying to get across.
Love it.
As long as your event meets those criteria,
Fill your boots.
good to go.
Yeah.
Good to go.
Love it.
Yeah. So that's how we got into it. So sorry.
Yes.
So then Dom Master Jay and I were met, and he was mentoring me into the world. And we started talking about a dungeon, of creating a dungeon together and that type of thing. And so we started going ahead with the plans of that. And then Subspace closed down. And we had been looking in other areas of Ontario of where to open up a space. Most recently was Kitchener, Waterloo, that whole Golden Triangle there. And then when Subspace closed down, we're like, well, now there's
an opening.
not a major space in Toronto, because we didn't want to compete with them, right?
Yeah.
And we were being really careful. We're not going to go to Toronto. And then all of a sudden, when they came out, it's like,
Maybe we'll go to Toronto.
Maybe we'll stay in Toronto, because I'm in Etobicoke. I'm in Toronto, and Julian was in Brampton and has now moved down to Toronto.
Great.
So stay home.
So
right?
perfect. Then.
And it just seemed to work. So we have a warehouse that's about 1,600 square feet. That's the event space. It can hold about 125 people comfortably. It's very wide open, as you know, industrial space. But we made sure that as I said earlier, the bones of the building, because we made sure to not get a building until it had ground level bay doors, for instance, because we want to ensure disabled access or full accessibility to the building. And we're going to be hopefully, starting a bit of a campaign, maybe some crowdsourcing soon on building wheelchair accessible bathrooms.
Great.
We have a large bathroom. It's on the same level as the rest of the space, but it doesn't have the bars. I don't believe it has a wide enough door.
Okay.
So
a bit of renovation will have to happen.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
But that's our goal.
That's amazing to hear.
Thank you very
That's
much.
great.
Thank you very much. I'm just
So excited.
It's so exciting. Like it's so hard for me to keep calm when I'm talking about this, because the passion I have found for this business has been nothing else like it in my life up until now has come through for me, and so suited my growth as a person, if that doesn't sound odd to say. But life, to me, actually, you know what? My most important thing in life right now is growth.
Yeah.
Education, training, betterment as a person, right?
Yes.
And when you get people doing that together, you all get stronger.
Yeah.
And so that's why we wanted to go to sort of the vendors and say, look, we want to support you too. We're not here to make a money grab. We're here to support you. You get stronger, we get stronger.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally. Love that.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
I think that's a great place to take a bit of a break to talk about some other businesses that we like to support and who like to support us. Talking about play spaces, we've got a fantastic sex club here in Toronto called Oasis Aqua Lounge. Now, this space is welcoming of people of all identities, of gender identities, of sexualities. They're completely shame-free and judgment-free when it comes to pleasure and play. And they're just a basic sex-positive hub for sex-positive businesses, educators, and entertainers. They're at 231 Mutual Street. If you want to stop on by, they do things like tours and stuff like that for beginners. There are a lot of themed nights. There are a lot of amazing events happening constantly. So you can go to 231 Mutual Street, or you can go to their website, oasisaqualounge.com. A second sponsor is comeasyouare.com. Love them. Comeasyouare.com is a Toronto-based sex shop located on the interwebs. They are trans-owned, trans-operated. They are feminist. They are anti-capitalist. They want to give you the best products at the lowest price possible. They're going to prove that to you with a coupon code. You can get 15% off at comeasyouare.com. If you put in the coupon code BEDPOST, one word, BEDPOST. And also on top of that, if you're in Canada and you are ordering something that comes over $50, it's going to be free shipping as well. And our next sponsor is someone that you can find at comeasyouare.com, Unicorn Collaborators. I mentioned them previously. They're at your Kinky Arts Fair. Lovely queer unicorns that have been doing leather work together for about 5 years. But what I learned kind of recently when I was interviewing them, they've actually both been doing it individually for a hella lot longer. What they do with their leather business is they are body positive, any shape of a person, any gender of a person can wear their products. So it's either going to be completely super adjustable, or they're going to offer it in a bunch of different sizes. Or the collaborators part of their name, they love to creatively collaborate with people. So if you're seeing something you like on the website and you would like to, I almost said kink around with it. Sure. You can contact them and you can make something together that will perfectly suit your needs and your body. You can find them on unicorncollaborators@gmail.com. You can DM them for inquiries on their Instagram, Unicorn Collaborators, Twitter, they're U Collaborators, and their Etsy shop is Unicorn Collaborators as well, to ask about any of their fantastic leather products. Oh, I'm wearing one right now. Our last sponsor is Provocateur Images. This is someone who I've become acquainted with recently because I was doing some commercial modeling in their space. They are a boudoir photography studio. It's absolutely fantastic. The photographer, Trevor, love you. He's fantastic. You can go to their Instagram at provocateur_images. You can go to provocateurimages.ca to see everything you need to know about booking a shoot there. And I've got a coupon code for that as well. Coupon code again is bedpost, one word, BEDPOST. You're going to get 10% off on a package there. So that ranges from $65 off to $250 off based on the package that you choose. So huge savings. All you got to do is put on that coupon code at provocateurimages.ca. And hello, Jillian.
Hello.
You're so patiently sitting there.
That's okay. That was a long burst of text to be able to say just like right off. That's very well done.
I'm an actor, didn't you know?
Obviously, very well done. Very well done.
Okay, so let's go back to, it's so funny. When I asked you, let's talk about a warm-up, I was specifically talking about a spanking warm-up.
Oh, my apologies.
And then we went into negotiation, which I love.
Okay.
So can you tell us, just because I did tease it in the first half, what is a spanking warm-up exactly? What are we talking about when we say that?
A spanking warm-up. Okay, I've got you now. All right. So the intention of a spanking warm-up is to allow you to reach subspace. The thing people should understand is that you don't always, subspace is it's a mystical place, which is very hard to reach sometimes. You can't, some people have difficulty. Subspace is sort of a psychological, you feel like you're flying, you're having orgasms, it's all good. Life is good. Okay, life is just very good. But
happy place, yeah.
But you don't get there right away, right? So sometimes if you need a heavier spanking, you need to warm up. And so one of the easiest ways to do that is just with your hand. So the way that you would spank is you apply your hand with a quick tap out, right? Mm-hmm. Like you don't leave your hand, you don't smack and then leave your hand there. What that can do is, you know what? We're going to have to edit this out because I just realized this is not my topic of focus.
No problem. What I like in a spanking warm-up, just to give people an idea of physically what you can be doing, I like just like a lot of this just kind of all over the bum area, upper thigh area, just to kind of, I don't know if it like awakens the muscles. I'm not a scientist. But I love just like all over, just like high frequency, very kind of
light taps.
Very low impact, light taps.
Yes.
Just everywhere. Yeah. And like rubbing, massaging. I like a bit of like scratching over the skin area as well.
Again, it's very sensual, isn't it?
Yes.
But it is warming up because what you're doing is you're awakening the nerves along your skin. You're getting into that anticipatory, ooh, this is going to be fun.
This is going to be good. Yes.
And then they'll like occasionally hit a very sensitive nerve with their tap and you're like, ooh, And then they'll, if you get someone to vary their touches around the
Yeah,
body.
yeah, varying in varying. I also like this
You
on
like
the
a little
bum,
bit
a
of-
little bit of the punch bag, the feed bag,
Oh,
a little
nice.
to kind
Nice.
of, I guess, awaken the
bigger
deeper
muscles.
Yeah,
Because your bum and your thighs are your biggest muscles in the human body, I
Yes.
believe. And so
sure. We're doctors, we're scientists.
Yes, exactly.
Oh.
No.
No, we're not.
Disclaimer around that one. But
yes,
But
yeah,
it does. It wakes
it's a
up
big
the
muscle.
muscles. It's a big muscle, so you have a lot of blood flowing, and especially when you start seeing that lovely pink shade come out after a little bit of.
You're doing it right.
You're doing it right. As long as But yeah, spanking warm up can just be start with little taps, finger movements, drag your nails along the skin. Use say something soft and rub it along the person's skin. Anything you like can, maybe an ice cube. Maybe
Ooh, temperature play.
Maybe
Okay.
anything at all, like the back of a pen, like anything can be sensation play.
Yeah, anything to get a variety of textures
Exactly, and
sensations.
movements and sensations.
Yeah.
And then you would warm up and you would start applying spanks in a more regular pattern. Right? So because you wouldn't want to apply a heavier spank necessarily like to the outside of the hips, because that can cause some extra bruising that you wouldn't expect. So yeah, but then you speed up and you can vary your motions at that point, and
then you can kind of progress into
with your
some full spanks.
Some full spanks
yeah,
where
from
it's
there.
like, you're surprised that some asses can take quite that much. But
I've seen some heavy spanking scenes, and holy Lord.
Oh wow, I've seen some of the photos posted out there of the spanked asses.
Oh, go on FetLife.
Ooh.
Anybody's profile on FetLife, and you'll see some bruised butts.
Cherry red, and you're like, wow.
Deep purple.
Yes.
Ooh.
And it's like, did you enjoy it? But yes, they
They
enjoyed that
certainly
immensely.
did,
And
yes.
this is the point.
Yes. Okay. So so our second half, what I wanted to talk about was kind of in the realm of kink spaces and the kink community. Let's go with why we think having a kink space is important for the community, kinky community, and why it's important to kind of have a kinky community.
Right.
Yeah, let's start there.
Yeah, well, I find kinky, my opinion
Yes,
is...
in your experience.
in
yes.
my experience, is that the kinky community right now is quite fractured. There's a lot of little groups, a lot of niche groups, they have their own kink and they enjoy their kink and they get together with their people, but you won't often... If someone is really into leather, for instance, they might not necessarily be into wood. So they don't want to be spanked with a paddle. They don't want to be used. So they might not even go to a wood event or have no interest in what the wood vendors are doing. So with what I'm trying to get at is that kink is such a personal choice. It's such a
and
for
varied.
Me,
so many types.
So
of
many
kink.
types of kink, and kink. It's like even the word is just kinky. Like it just indicates anything that to me is a bit more trusting of your partner. Than straight on sex. To me, and the thing is, kink doesn't have to be sex. It doesn't have to involve...
A lot of times I feel like it isn't.
No,
yeah,
there doesn't have to be any insertion at all with a lot of kinky play.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And why, so you're saying why a kink
kinky
space is important because it brings all these kind of groups, these little subsections all together potentially.
That's the goal, is to